focus. Power overwhelming.
Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today on Polypoid, it's going to be a name you have not heard in a long time. It's going to be firebathero versus our guy Sn0w. Bottom right, it's a Teal Terran. It's firebathero, a legend in his own right. And on the bottom left, it's going to be Sn0w, another legend of the current day. But man, firebathero was an incredible Terran player. I still think he's playing, but he hasn't qualified for an ASL in a long time. I'm not even sure he's trying to qualify. If you know what's going on with firebathero these days, let me know. I think I can look him up on Wikipedia, but we need to do this cast right now because RJB sent it to me and said, hey, this is a replay between firebathero and Sn0w, and I was like, bam, done. Casting it now, posting it tomorrow. So, a PvT featuring Sn0w, a terrorizing Protoss player, and firebathero. Dude, this is going to be so weird. So weird to cast firebathero again. Sn0w says, thanks. Okay, hang on a second. Let's go ahead and rewind real quick so we can know what they're saying to each other here. Okay, what are we at? 40 seconds or so? Yeah, that should be good. So I've got Google Lens up. It's a really good app, actually. What it does, it will translate languages that your phone is seeing with its camera, detects the language and translates it to English. Come on. This time, congratulations on winning. Oh, said firebathero. And then Sn0w said, thanks. Oh, what are we congratulating Sn0w on winning? This game, maybe? That doesn't sound like something he would say. He's like, congrats on beating me before the game has even started. It's kind of a weird, salty thing to say there. Maybe something's being lost in translation. That's definitely the case. So, barracks coming up inside the main base, and it's going to be a Nexus first here from Sn0w on a 4-player map. Alright, firebathero, we need to scout this and at least try to shut it down. It's not cross-spawn. That would be the worst-case scenario here for our guy firebathero, but bam, Nexus first in a PvT. Sn0w says, alright, let's see you try to stop this, Mr. firebathero. Are you going to make firebats at a PvT, huh? Arya? Nah, Sn0w's a nice guy. He's not going to talk smack. He said thanks. So, excellent job, Mr. PD the Probe, scouting out the Terran here with your first guess. SCV Steve is not as lucky, and he's going to get to the Nexus first way too late to try to stop it, man. Way too late. So excellent scouting here. Good, says firebathero. Yes, says Sn0w. What is this conversation that's going on? Oh my gosh. Ah, Zealot 2. Good. What? What is he talking about as Zealot? Already, I came back. Okay, this is, I don't know if this translation is working for us at all. But yeah, SCV scouting around. He's like, I'm anticipating Zealots because that's what Protoss do to me all the time. So I'm going to get Marines, going to park myself at the top of the ramp. He's expecting a Zealot. No, he's expecting a Zealot, but guess what? Nope, no Zealots are on the way. There's a gateway, but we're not worried about that right now. We're getting a cyber core. We're saturating our second base. Oh, this is lost mining time for this SCV. And he's going one baser here. So he's got a factory building a Vulture immediately. Nope, canceling that. Going for a machine shop. He did have a Vulture in production. And yeah, we're going to make one Zealot, and from here it's going to be Dragoons. Yeah, definitely Dragoons. And let's get Singularity Charge as soon as that 150 gas comes in. Nope, a couple more probes. SCV comes in and says, oh, this is why you didn't send a Zealot across the map as fast as possible, because you couldn't do it as fast as possible, because you went Nexus first, which is not the fastest as possible way to get a Zealot out across the map. So we're going to send the Marines across. Maybe this SCV is going to try to build a bunker, but also don't fight this Zealot guy. Yeah, already took a couple hits there. That's not ideal. Singularity Charge is now on the way. SCV very injured. Marines come down, but there's 2 Dragoons and a Zealot. This is not happening. It's too late, like I said. Ooh, taking a ton of damage to that Dragoon is not a good start to this whole thing. There you go. Yeah, don't engage from the low ground if you can help it. Good micro, moving away, and yeah, this is going to be fine. Going to be fine. No Dragoons are going to die here. Vulture gets hard-walled out by pylons and chased away, and nothing died from Sn0w. What a clean and crisp opening for this guy. Absolutely clean. Expanding himself now that his factory is done. He's got a machine shop. No upgrades coming off of that thing after spider mines have been complete. And, oh, losing a Dragoon to a spider mine. Come on, Sn0w. Oh, gosh, another Dragoon. Never mind. This was a really clean opening until he wandered Dragoons into 2 spider mines and lost 2 Dragoons. And now there's nothing to defend this poor slow Zealot against this Vulture. Okay. Yeah, look at this. Bam. Zealot dies 2. Vulture bike pilot says, I'm faster than you. Oh, there's another Vulture, though. Bam. Very dead. So both players losing a little bit here. I'm a little bit more disappointed, I think, in Sn0w losing 2 Dragoons to those early spider mines, but we can roll with it. We can roll with it. It's not the worst thing in the world here. Maybe going for a 3rd base. Sometimes Terrans do that. They see a Nexus first, and they go, I'm going to get a fast 3rd. I'm going to out-macro you, Mr. Nexus first Protoss, but that doesn't usually work out for them. Just a massive advantage here. 34 to 28 workers. I mean, a 3rd base here for the Protoss is interesting. Not happening. What's this pylon all about? I guess the scouting pylon, right? If somebody comes from this way, Marines, whatever, Vultures, he'll see them coming in. And maybe saving up 300, 360, 380, 390, 400, and bam, Nexus coming down. 3rd Nexus at the minerals only expansion. But look at this. 3rd CC already 50% complete. Looking good. Siege mode is on the way from the Terran, and we will see if we get carriers or arbiters today. Really seems like the current meta for PvT from Protoss is almost entirely gateway, man. It's gateway units with shuttles, and that's it. We're storm dropping. We're zealot bombing. We're getting Dragoons behind enemy lines, right? We're doing sneaky stuff like that. We're dropping on top of tanks with zealot. Zealot bombing is in the future. And no stasis, no recall, no carrier play. I mean, carriers have such a good win rate in this matchup. The trick is, if you can get them out, and the Terran doesn't see you transitioning to carriers and come and try to kill you, it's almost a guaranteed win, is the thing. But we've seen plenty of games where Terrans successfully scout out, sees the fleet beacon, comes in, says, hey, you're trying to spend a ton of money on carriers you don't have yet. Bam, I'm going to kick you in the face and you're going to lose. That happens. But we also have games where the Terran doesn't see the fleet beacon at all. Till it's too late. It's too late. The carriers are here and they're very sad. This build, that's bold, says Sn0w. Okay. Maybe they were talking about the Nexus first. And a 4th Nexus coming in. Oh yeah, saving that money up again as well. Ka-chow. Excellent. Upgrades coming in from the Terran. We've got a shuttle on the way from Sn0w as well. By the way, feel free to check out the live streams. I am streaming Brood War live here on this channel 5 times a week. Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Pro replays just like this one. You want to talk to me? Right? You want to earn some Falcon chips by watching at twitch.tv/FalconPaladin. You can do that too. For some reason, we had 500 people watching the stream last Friday. I don't know how that happened because my average for the last 6 months has been about 50 to 100 people watching the stream, which is great. I like having 100 people watching the stream. That's fantastic. But 500 people watching the stream. I don't know what happened. I don't know where those came from. I don't know if I was getting botted or like view botted or something, but it was crazy. Anyway, has not maintained, and that's all right. I'm not even worried about it. So, what do we got left side here? It's going to be an SCV scouting the 4th base because you can't keep an SCV out with pylons walled off like that. That's only for vultures and tanks and stuff. Reaver Tech is coming in, right? Reaver Tech is not exactly gateway man. But, I mean, if Sn0w doesn't make a Reaver, I think he contractually is obligated to have to return the signing bonus he made when he started playing Protoss. Gotta do it, man. Citadel coming in here, too, from the Protoss. Everything is looking just fine and dandy. Man, it is a hot June. It is 87 degrees outside at 8:30 p.m. Ah, too hot. Reaver trying to bust it in. Kills the spider mine. Vulture down 2. Obs providing some also important scouting and detection, and a new base, dude. Wow. Sn0w getting a 5th base up that direction. He does scan in. He's looking for carriers. He sees the Templar Archives, and so it's like, okay, it's not carriers now. You don't get a Templar Archives and Reavers at 9 minutes and also be opening carriers. Also, you wouldn't have this many bases if you were opening carriers. This is something where we get up a huge economy. We get 1, 2, 3, 4 gas, and then we start getting the tech for carriers. You don't do it now. Science facility here. Might see some EMPs out of firebathero. Big fan. It's been relatively passive. Outside of that one marine attack, and then the counterattack of Dragoons that failed, there's really not much that's been going on. I'm not sure many probes or SCVs have died, period. Ooh, these guys get caught out in the middle of the map. Yeah, not good. Not a good one. Probe transfer coming in, and Dragoons kind of covering them, right? Good coverage north, good coverage to the east side of the map here, too. Vulture down. Vulture spider mining. Vulture's trying to get into this 4th base. 3rd base if they can. And nope, not looking good. The tanks might have a little bit better luck here. Nice Reaver shots. Oh gosh, the Reaver shots. The tank shots coming in. Double Reaver on 2 tanks. 2 at a time going down. Sn0w trying to hold it here. The Reavers unload on top of the tanks. Wow. Excellent hold here. Just S-tier level shutdown of every one of those tanks. This is what I'm talking about. This is Sn0w being like, oh man, I'm kind of the TVP king right now. I struggle against Sulky, but I can beat pretty much every other Zerg, and I can beat... Ow. I can beat every Terran in the world, so, you know, watch out for that. Yeah, firebathero is not going to make a firebat. I feel like he should be contractually obligated to build a single firebat. Just do it, man. Take your barracks, land it here, build a firebat, and, like, go kill a probe with it. That'd be so cool. I'm not saying you have to give it stim or an attack upgrade or anything. It'd be fun. Anyway, 2, 4, 6 factories, 8 factories, 9 factories here. And, I mean, 9 Dragoons at a time in production, so guess what? We've got 9 gates back home as well. Now he's making 9 Zealots and a Dragoon, so 10 gates back home as well. Very nice Sim City. I like this. This is pleasing to the OCD mind, which, I don't know, I think everybody has a little tiny bit of OCD. Is that fair to say? Maybe it's not. So, yeah, man, it's a 3-basing Terran versus a pretty darn solidly 5-basing Protoss. Dragoons trying to keep these Vultures all pinned in this corner of the map so they can't move out and try to kill stuff. And another Nexus comes in, by the way. 6 bases. 6 bases to 3. This is where Terran starts moving out, right? They've got +1 attack, +2's finishing up. They're getting Charon boost. It's time to go. Psystorm's on the way from Sn0w, but he's at 80 probes to 62 SCVs. Okay, Terran making their big push out. Sieging up. Looking good with the siege up here, but unless he can expand down here, which he's trying to do, which is pretty close. Reaver drop at the natural. Good SCV pull there. Scarab harmless damage that way. I mean, any SCV that dies to a Scarab is definitely worth. Ooh, and a tank? That's always... Oh, and another tank. And another tank's gonna die. If you unload these Reavers, I think you got this. No, we lost a Reaver there. Never mind. Never mind. Zealots charging on into this 3rd base, storming all the things, getting on top of the 3rd command center. 1 tank back here. More tanks are joining the party. But yeah, this is a classic of Polypoid PvTs, folks. There's always an attack at this base by the Protoss. Whether it works or not really comes down to tank positioning, which isn't necessarily that great. If he focuses the command center, I think he can kill it, but I think he waited too long. Little bit too long here. Big old probe transfer up to the top left. A 7th base is coming in. Left third of the map belongs wholly and fully to Sn0w. So this 4th base at the Terran, I'm not sure it even matters at this point. Yeah, man. Yesterday, we got an Artosis versus Troubleshooter game that was pretty good showing of Protoss. Artosis played very well, too. For someone whose name I've never seen before, Troubleshooter, I think, was a good toss. But, I mean, this is Sn0w we're talking about here, right? This is Sn0w, expanding like a madman. 80 total probes. Transferring probes between bases, so he's got full saturations or adequate saturations at every single one. A hush and a calm falls over the battlefield before the engagement begins. But it's 199 to 130 supply. This is a massive gateway man advantage. Here from Sn0w, he's getting Kadaran Amulet. Protoss sitting here on 4 bases is nice. It really is. Not going to complain about it. And 6 Goliaths at a time get fired up against these shuttles because there's no other tech here. Nor is there any other tech coming in. Once again, charging into the 3rd base, up the huge wide ramp. Zealot's getting a nice setup here on those tanks. And the command center's getting hit. And the backline tanks are doing what they can. Spider-Mine kills the tank as much as the command center lifting again, jumping in. Archon's getting into the mix here before they die. Zealots on top of tanks. It is 160 to 96 supply in favor of Sn0w. And Sn0w is in complete control of this game. Terran fans everywhere are sad right now, and another base coming up at the 12 o'clock here from Sn0w. Just constantly expanding, keeping firebathero contained in this bottom right corner. And if firebathero can win this game, it will be an incredible miracle. 2 attack, 1 armor for the mech here. We've got one attack and no armor or shield armor here from our guy Sn0w. We've got a scan. We've got another scan. For some reason, I feel like I guess the spider mines are enough. Charging it again. Yeah, I don't know. Deny this base from the Terran. Make sure he doesn't get over here, and you're pretty good. You're pretty fantastic. He's finally getting further upgrades. They are finishing up now for the Protoss. He will have 2-1 with a 0 shield in a moment. Okay, he's just developing a bank. He's going to come into this area now, which is not my favorite avenue to attack on Polypoid. It's even low ground here. I guess we're just kind of going for whatever we have right now. We can remax on what we've got. Not even worried about it. Just keeping this tank count from getting to anywhere near 30 siege tanks. It's 180 to 99 supply. SCV is evacing because, whoa, right, Reavers are shutting this base down easily. And that's a GG. Like, we're done. This is 18 minutes into the game. It's over. We're storming your SCVs. Mercilessly storming your SCVs. And that's it. Oh, he tries to type in, has left the game. Scam Bill, don't use it, he says firebathero. You left the game, haha. I'm in trouble. Are you leaving? It doesn't hurt, says the firebathero. I guess he's saying it doesn't hurt to try. He typed in firebathero. Typed in has left the game next to his name. What an old trick in the book that is. Snow's seen it before. But yeah, this is just no vulture dropping. Like, no vulture harass, really. No getting any kind of move out across the map. Just try to sit here on 4 bases and just kind of wait to die. It just wasn't Wasn't the greatest game here from firebathero, and not really surprised by it either. I mean, good grief. PvT these days, Protoss all over it. Ortosis extra mad at this game. It's like even a legend like firebathero can't defeat somebody like Sn0w. Protoss is overpowered. They must be nerfed. How are you supposed to deal with Reavers and Zealots and Dragoons and High Templar? It's impossible. So, yeah, 249 supply. Sn0w's like, why are you still in this game? Is it salty, he asks? Yeah, it's basically like, why are you still here, firebathero? Are you salty? RJB did say in the Discord message that this is a silly end to the game. And it was, but it was just a wholesale crushing as well. No, I don't have time. This is a big problem. Amon, in the dark, I will whisper. Trying to zealot bomb the top of the ramp while coming in at the bottom of the ramp. Psystorm in the siege tank, getting all up in here. Factory getting smashed. High ground siege tanks getting some decent work done. 6 kills and 4 kills on these tanks before they die. Factory gonna die. It's a hard wall at the top. Is it? I feel like Zealot should be able to get through this, but whatever. They're in here now. It's 12 Zealots and 3 Dragoons at a time. 2 Stargates getting fired up. I don't know if he's trying to like win this thing with scouts just to prove a point, or if he is in fact maybe instead like trying to go for carriers to close this thing out. That could be interesting, I guess. But yeah, 16 Zealots at a time should be enough to pull this out. This is definitely a silly end to this game. Because Sn0w's maxed out with a 4,000 bank. There's no income from firebathero at 200 minerals and 40 total supply with 6 SCVs remaining. I mean, this is honestly just bad manner at this point. You're just not going to be able to justify your decision to stay in the game this long when this is the situation of the game. Lose overlapping. Is this your first time? How do you know that? Says Sn0w. Hit it, says firebathero. Some of these translations, I think some of the things they're saying are maybe slang, because they're not translating particularly well. Hold on, says Sn0w. Get some more Zealot bombing in there. Not using the Stargates for anything. Dragoon blocking the ramp for everybody behind him, which is a lot of fun. Classic stuff. 9 kill siege tank back here. Psystorm and the SCVs that are repairing the factory. 2 SCVs remain. 18 minerals in the bank for firebathero. Hit it, says Sn0w back at him. He said I'm here every 30 minutes. I don't, this firebathero is really bad manner. I don't know if it's him or somebody pretending to be him or what. Maybe this is why firebathero doesn't show up in tournaments anymore. Yeah, this is the end of times. That's a GG. And Sn0w leaves the game. Okay, that's funny. Then Sn0w's like, I can't break this. 2 siege tank, 2 vulture. Not even with my giant maxed out army. And 8,000, 4,000 bank. No, sorry. Look at this 17 kill siege tank. Terran is unbreakable as Protoss. Just got to GG out and just go to the next game. Yeah, outclassing firebathero, if it's even him, I guess. is Sn0w. No real surprise, but kind of a funny ending here. We got 201,000 points here versus 154,000 points. Outproducing the Protoss player, though, was firebathero. Outkilling as well, but losing so many more units. 29 buildings raised by Sn0w, not losing a single one, and outspending the Terran by about 2-to-1 margin in 23 minutes. That'll get it done. So, that is going to be it for me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. If you like what you saw and what you heard today, you can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.